Hello, hi, good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you are all well and taking proper care of your family members. I know it is a difficult task staying back at home, but the matter of fact is that is the need for the hour. आपको पता रहेगा कोरोना वायरस it's a big game. WHO has confirmed is as pandemic, and the only thing which we can do is keep physical distancing. That's it. We cannot do anything. So the best thing, I guess, should be we should prepare for your exams and pursue your hobbies. Okay, I have come up with a new idea, as in I'll interact with you and give you the brief highlights for our taxation syllabus. So for today's lecture, today's session, I'll be covering definitions, residential status, salary, and house property. In the next session, I'll be covering capital gains करवा लूँगा, other source and deductions, and gross total income. That would be in the second half, second session. Okay, so should we start with the definitions? Broadly, there are 4 definitions: assessment year, previous year, person, and assessee. First, we will start with previous year. Previous year is the year in which we will earn our incomes. A person will earn the income and pay tax in form of advance tax. This begins from 1st April 2019 to 31st of March 2020. That is the pure definition for previous year. उसका मतलब एक ही चीज़ हो गया है, that person will earn his income in the whole year, that is called as the previous year. The next is the assessment year. It starts after the previous year is completed. That begins from 1st April 2020 to 31st March 2021. That is called as the assessment year. The year in which I will calculate my total income and pay tax or claim refunds if any. This is your assessment year. The third one, that is person. Section 2 subsection 31 of Income Tax Act speaks about person. So all the people who are covered under the definition of person are liable to file income tax, pay tax. This includes individuals, HUF, association of persons, body of individuals, firms, LLP, companies, local authorities, artificial judicial persons. So these 9 of them are covered under the section person. Next is assessee, the last one. Assessee means the person who is liable to file return because he has earned the income and has to pay a tax. That is called as the assessee. Are you all clear with these 4 definitions? I hope please revise this before your exams. These are the most important definitions. Okay, so abhi we will next go on to the residential status. Right? I hope आप लोग को definitions, conditions याद रहनी चाहिए. Most important conditions. There are 2 conditions. I hope you know it. Okay, so section 6 of the Income Tax Act speaks about residential status. Residential status is purely bifurcated. First, there would be a chart in your books. I hope you have it. Person, resident or non-resident. Resident are further bifurcated into resident and ordinary and resident and not ordinary. इसे बाइफरकेट करने में वी हैव 2 कंडीशंस. कंडीशन नंबर 1, that will speak whether the person is resident or a non-resident. Condition number 1 goes like this: if the person goes outside India for the purpose of employment, he needs to fulfill this condition. that is 182 days or more or nil. Is this clear? Okay. If he goes for any other reason, ऐसे ही घूमने गया है, education, any other reasons, world tour, whatever it could be, any other reasons, the conditions are 182 days or more, he should be in India, or 60 days in the previous year and 365 days in previous 4 years. If he fulfills any one of the conditions, he becomes resident. I guess this is clear. Next we will go on to the second condition, that is resident and ordinary and resident and not ordinary. Condition number 2. He speaks about if he fulfills both these conditions, he becomes resident and ordinary resident. If he fulfills any one of the condition or does not fulfill any of the condition, he becomes resident and not ordinary resident. The conditions are as follows. He should be resident for at least 2 years out of 10 years. मतलब he should be in India for at least 2 years out of 10 years. पिछले 10 सालों में 2 साल इधर होना चाहिए. And the second condition is 730 days in previous 7 years. 730 days in previous 7 years. He should be in India. If he fulfills both the conditions, he becomes resident and ordinary resident. If he fulfills any one of the condition, he becomes resident and non-ordinary resident. Am I clear here? Sure? Okay. This condition is most important condition. For your examinations, a question would be there for identification of the residential status. Make this mind 100% clear that this kind of questions would be there in your exams. You cannot think to avoid these conditions or keep it for extra कि ये मुझे नहीं करना है या फिर मुझे ये छोड़ देना है या फिर मुझे ये ऑप्शंस में रखना है. दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. ऑप्शंस, नो, प्लीज डोंट कीप दिस फॉर ऑप्शंस. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. Next is income from salary. Okay, so I will be covering income from salary. The most important thing is there has to be an employer-employee relationship. If you receive any money and the money is in respect of the employer-employee relationship, then that amount, whatever you have received, should be taxed under the head income from salary. आपको कोई भी पैसा दे देगा, that doesn't mean this is salary. There has to be an employer-employee relationship. That means आपको एक offer letter दिया जाता है that you have to fulfill you have to do all this work. उसके सामने I will pay you some amounts. That is called as a employer-employee relationship. A mutual contract or terms and conditions, whatever you name it as, that is called as the employer-employee relationship. तो उसमें आपको जो भी पैसा मिलता है, that would be taxed under the head income from salary. इसमें मेजर 4 चीजें आपको ध्यान में रखनी है. First is entertainment allowances. If you receive entertainment allowances from the employer and your employer is a government company, means you are a government employee, तो आपको deduction मिलेगा. If you are not a government employee, no deduction is given to you. So if your employer is a government employee, say for example you are working with Indian Railways, आपको पैसा मिला, very good, you receive entertainment allowances, then you will claim deductions. These are as follows, that is 1/5 of basic salary or 5,000, whichever is less. The same person, if he is working under Indian Railways, he will claim the deduction, that is entertainment allowance deduction उसको मिलेगा. If the person is working with HDFC Bank, which is not a government organization, उसको deduction नहीं मिलेगा. Full amount whatever is received will be taxed. Second one, that is HRA, house rent allowances. हाउस रेंट अलाउंसेस सारे लोगों को मिलता है, एवरीवन इज एलिजिबल टू क्लेम हाउस रेंट अलाउंसेस प्रोवाइडेड यू शुड नॉट ओन अ हाउस. मेरे पास खुद का घर नहीं है, मुझे एम्प्लॉयर HRA दे रहा है, एंड आउट ऑफ द HRA रिसीव्ड आई एम पेइंग रेंट. मैं कहीं ना कहीं तो रहता हूं, आई हैव टू पे रेंट एंड स्टे. दैट पीपल विल बी क्लेमिंग HRA. सो उसकी कैलकुलेशंस क्या है? एक्चुअल रिसीव्ड 50% ऑफ बेसिक सैलरी, rent paid less 10% of basic salary, whichever is less you will claim as deductions. I repeat, actual received 50% of basic salary, rent paid less 10% of basic salary, whichever is less you will claim deductions. Clear? Okay, the next one, that is standard deduction. Every employee will get a standard deduction in form of rupees 40,000 per annum. पहले कन्वेंस अलाउंस था, मेडिकल अलाउंस था, उन दोनों को निकाल दिया गया है और नाउ इट इज स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन विच इज गिवन टू यू. सो स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन 40,000 per annum every person can claim, irrespective whether he is a government employee or a non-government employee. The last, not the least, that is professional tax 2,500 per annum. वो चीज आपको ध्यान में रखना है. So 4 important things you need to keep this in mind. First is entertainment allowance, second is HRA, third is standard deductions, fourth is professional tax. Okay. So should we now go on to house property? I hope house property is the most easiest one and you all know it. Okay, I'll just go through the format of house property. Okay, the first one is municipal value, second is fair rent, third is hire of 1 and 2, fourth one is standard rent, fifth is called as ALV, that is annual letting value, lower of 3 and 4. Now you will compare with actual rent. Whichever is higher will be GAV, that is gross annual value, less municipal tax paid. That is the most important. Paid is the most important thing. आपने जितना म्यूनिसिपल टैक्स भरा हुआ है, वॉट एवर यू हैव पेड, उतना आप क्लेम करोगे. अनपेड नहीं चलेगा, और इफ इट इज पेड बाय द लेजी नहीं चलेगा. एम आई क्लियर? ओके, नेक्स्ट कम्स इज NAV, that is net annual value, less deductions under section 24. You get standard deduction, that is 30% of NAV, that is net annual value. Next is interest on loan, which gives you income from house property. Okay, as far as interest on loan is concerned, one very small conditions are there. If you have taken loan prior to 1st April 1999, then in case of SOP you can claim maximum 30,000. I repeat, if you have taken a loan prior to 1/4/1999 and that property is self-occupied property, maximum you can claim is 30,000 rupees. You may pay any amount. You may pay 50,000, you may pay 1 lakh rupees. Maximum आपको मिलेगा 30,000. However, if you have paid say 15,000, तो आपको 15,000 मिलेगा. Am I clear? Okay. The next one is loan taken after 1/4/1999, that is 1st April 1999. Then the amount for SOP is maximum 1,50,000. So आपका खुद का घर है, आपने लोन लिया हुआ है, it is after 1/4/1999, you have paid interest amounting to say for example 2,50,000, तो आपको मिलेगा 1,50,000. That is maximum limit. However, if you have paid 1 lakh rupees, तो आपको 1 लाख रुपए मिलेगा. द नेक्स्ट वन इज लेट आउट प्रॉपर्टी, मतलब मैंने घर खरीदा है, लोन पे खरीदा, और एंड आई हैव गिवन दैट प्रॉपर्टी ऑन रेंट टू समवन, दैट इज लेट आउट प्रॉपर्टी. In that case, no limit. Irrespective of whether I have taken a loan prior to 1/4/1999 or after 1/4/1999, no limit. You can take any value, 5 लाख, 10 लाख, 5 करोड़, 25 करोड़, कुछ भी लिख सकते हो. No limit, provided you must pay it. Clear? So this will have the whole highlights for your income from house property. I summarize here. We have covered today definitions, assessment year, previous year, person, assessee, residential status, 2 conditions, salary, employer-employee relationship, and 4 things, that is entertainment allowance, HRA, standard deduction, professional tax. As far as income from house property is concerned, the format is done, and interest on loan calculations are done. I will now hand over say a few practice problems which we will discuss, the solutions which we will discuss in the next lecture. I hope you all take care and please go through it. If you have any doubts, reply me back on the group. Thank you very much.